All right. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the second Dark Space stream. I am Alfred Drake, and I will be streaming Dark Space and telling you how to actually play the game, or showing you how to actually play the game. Now then, um, just a quick little correction thing. There's a couple things need to clear up from the last stream. So it doesn't work for me because I'm in a fleet. But last time I was talking about the ability to switch factions. Like I said, I'm in a fleet, so I can't actually do that. I have to stick to one faction. Maybe another stream I'll make a new account and I'll demonstrate how this works. But how this should work for most people if you're not in a fleet or a clan, if you're, coming from another type of game that uses a clan system. You hit play, and then it just puts me in the game. For you, what it would do as a new player is it would give you a little list of 3 factions, ICC, UGTO, or Coluth, and you would select one of those and you'd play them. And if you logged out and then came back in, it would give you the selection again, and you can bounce between the 3 factions and you can try them at your will. The other thing I need to correct or clarify is last stream I occasionally mixed up ECM and ECCM. ECM is electronic countermeasures, and ECCM is electric countermeasures. ECM is for hiding yourself. ECCM is for finding people who are trying to hide themselves. I noticed a couple times in the last stream I mixed the two up, and I just wanted to clarify. All right. So if you watched the last stream, I already went through all the ships and stations that the ICC have to offer. I did not necessarily go too in depth into the actual ship control and combat and all the different things with that. So we will actually go into that today. Now I will this time pull also. Oh, that's another thing. Last time I said that you could only have 9 ships. I seem to have been wrong about that, or else because I am a subscriber, you can subscribe to the game for $5. It's not necessary to play the game. It does give you access to credits. Subscribers get a certain amount of credits every month, and you can use credits to purchase these advanced upgrades here. It's the only way you can get credits. It's not really necessary to play the game. The blue upgrades are nicer than the green upgrades that you typically get as a non-subscribing player, but it doesn't really make or break the game. And if you're playing with a subscribed character, there's a possibility that the enemies that you're killing together will drop these, and you can pick them up. They might actually drop for regular people, but I do know that when I'm playing with friends and they're with me, and we kill something, occasionally blue items will drop, and I tend to let them pick those up. Just so you know, that's how the blue ones work. Okay, so this time we'll go out, we'll do a little scouting. We're gonna pull a light cruiser. I need to put some upgrades on this. I'm still missing a couple. Yeah, this ship, I've got 6, it can take 8, so. Yes, the light cruiser is a ship you'll be able to get early on. You'll probably be able to, if you do things right, you can probably get to a light cruiser within the first hour or 2 hours of starting up the game as a new player. It's a very easily acquirable ship, and it's a very good ship. It will serve you well for a very long time if you treat it nicely. Now, it comes standard with all heavy railguns. I swapped it for heavy Gauss guns, because it gives you a little. They have a little bit more range. They're a little slower on the reload. I think they're typically about 15 seconds or something, but I've got a modifier on the ship to bring that down to 12 seconds. And they do a bit more damage than the rail guns do. So I'm running those. All right. So we're at Denmark here. This was a star system owned by the Clues, which the ICC captured a little while ago. Myself and some other players. Not necessarily together, but over the past 5 days since I last streamed, this system was taken. So that means that we need to go on to another system. Let's see. It says I can jump past that. Yeah, no, I should be good. Okay. Passing through the cloud around the sun, not actually through the sun. You do have to watch that, or watch your line. If your line goes red, you do not want to jump because, well, bad things happen to you. All right, so we're going to go to the I don't know. There's some words in this, names in this that are hard to pronounce. Oh dear, there's something trying to guard the gate, it looks like. Well, let's deal with this first. Oh, that's a damaged Duluth Dreadnought. Alright, well, let's take some pot shots at him. We probably won't kill him before he manages to get through the gate. Oh, well, actually, it looks like we attracted his attention. That's the thing about the AI. If that was a player, with the current health conditions and armor, he would probably run through the gate. But I don't think he's going to because he's an AI. All right. Another thing to consider, I don't know if I mentioned this last time. If you're hitting a target, especially with these smaller ships, a dreadnought can batter through stuff a lot easier. There we go. Ah, that's an actual player. Team 500 is online right now as ICC. Alrighty. So, it looks like the Kaluthi are being extremely active here right now. And I just realized I do not have my laser set to point defense. There we go. Now lasers are set to point defense. If you press Control B, you can toggle on and off your lasers being used as point defense. You'll know they're on by it saying PD next to on the little laser there. And it looks like the Kaluth are being a little more friendly than I like. And I just realized I did not swap out for at least one pulse beam as an enhanced pulse beam, which has a longer range and is much better against fighters. So those fighters can shoot at me and I cannot do anything about it. I should get rid of that little guy. Oh, already taken care of for me. Alright, I do not want to let that guy get too close to me. I might be a cruiser and have some health, but it's going to be able to do way more damage. Alright. Ah, that's the strike cruiser. Way to show off, T5. Alright. Let's put this guy down. Just fired off. Okay. Right craft. Now, are you listening? I think T500's listening. Alrighty. So let's put this Kaluthi dreadnought down. Seems to be very interested in following me. Come on. Yeah, the Gauss guns do not have the rate of fire of the rail guns or the Valence autocannons, but they hit a lot harder. Let's see if I can... Yeah, you can see there that I took off a couple percentages on that volley. And like I was saying the other day, the ion cannons and the Valence are... I'm messing up the name. The ion cannons and that one torpedo the strike cruiser get, like I was saying in the last stream, is very powerful. You can see the kind of damage that E5 was dishing out there. And then we've got another over there. Oh, and he just cloaked. Now I could try setting a firing position and seeing if that hits. Yeah, no hit marker showing. And there he is. Against the AI, that tactic is not as necessary. Against players, it's a little more effective. The AI does not stay cloaked for really long periods of time. If it was a player running the Cluth, they would probably stay cloaked until they were in an advantageous position, or just until their timer ran out. And again, this is a brood, so the AI is just not fantastic at running carriers. He should not be sitting here in a close quarters knife fight, duking it out with us. Okay. There we go. And there I was in range, so I was able to fire my pulse shield. It's not so much a shield as it is a kind of a point defense weapon. It fires like this shockwave that goes out and destroys strike craft and missiles. Very useful to use, kind of an all-around effect, but it is a very short range. Okay, there, friendly ships took out the fighters, so I didn't have to deal with those. Alrighty. And as you can see from the ships over here, those lines that were arcing up and over, those were missiles. Being fired surprisingly short range, but, you know, AI is not exactly the most brilliant tacticians. Ow, and that AI just got a face full of laser. You can see his shields are down, his hull is down, and he jumped out. That is why you do not let the beam ships get close to you. They will melt your face off. Alrighty. And there is more larvas and my... Ah, it's back up. Okay, I can take some out with that. Yes, the pulse shield is a very useful weapon against that stuff if they actually get within range. Okay, my shields on the left side are starting to take a bit of a beating. So if I tap the 4 key on my numpad, I can actually get shields back up on that side a little bit, shrinking them up. Oh, and I goofed. I was not paying attention, and I let that beam ship get a shot at me. Thankfully, being a cruiser, I'm a little tougher than your destroyers and frigates. Okay. Let's put this dreadnought down, and then I really should go back and get at least one... Ow! Torpedo hit. Alright. I should head back and pick up that laser if I'm going to be fighting things that carry fighters. Because not having that was a mistake. I don't want to swap out all my lasers for that. Ooh, I'm also taking damage in my armor, as you can see here. Shields in the back are taking a hit. Now that I'm zoomed in, I'll demonstrate. If I press the 2 key on the numpad a couple times, I can raise the shields in the back by taking power from the other shields. Very handy to do if you're getting focused down on one side, you need to strengthen that side. And as you can see, I took some damage to the armor here. Armor on my front and this side is a little bit better. Well, this side has also taken some damage. You can also see it here. Your active shields percentage is there, and then your armor percentages are here. But, okay, so I told my ship to orbit, so he's going to go within a certain range and power down, or probably bring the engines down. Alright, and once we're in range, the planet will resupply my ammo. It will repair my armor faster than it would. Your armor shields will, of course, recharge. Armor will sort of repair passively, but it's insanely slow, especially on the big ships. On the big ships, you might as well forget. And I'd say it's pretty slow on the little ships too. It's just so much easier to just go back and get it repaired at a supply depot or a planet. Alright, so while it's doing that, I will swap out one of my lasers. Okay, so that's an omnidirectional laser on top there, on the bottom, and then that's my bow laser. I will swap out the bow laser for the amplified pulse beam. So you can see there the amplified pulse beam has got a range of 450 GUs, but its recharge time is 17.5 seconds. Compared to the regular pulse beam, it's a recharge time of 1 second and a max range of 150 G. So very much downgraded range, but higher rate of fire. So these things are useful if you're the reason I'm not swapping out entirely for amplified pulse beams is because if I get a bunch of missiles fired at me, the regular pulse beams can ripple fire off and take those out. If I switched over to all amplified pulse beams, I could take out 3 missiles, and then I'm going to have to wait 17 seconds before they can fire again. But I did put one amplified on just so, okay, yeah, it's going to be firing once every 17 seconds, but at least fighters can't shoot at me with impunity. Alright, there we go. And T500 is playing around with an engineer. Hopefully he's fixing this planet that the AI, frankly, had all screwed up. All the systems in this planet, or all the planets in this system were set up by the AI. The AI typically does not do as good of a job at that as, oh, wait, my armor's not completely fixed. Yeah, I've still got one. Okay, there we go. The AI typically does not do as good a job at setting up planets as players. I will demonstrate how that works later, but for now, we'll just go through Gate 4 and we'll do a little scouting. See what's on the other side. When did I pick up a heavy infantry on this ship? Oh well, it's a good point to mention. Keeping infantry on your ship is actually quite useful. It prevents you from getting boarded. You can attempt to board the AI. I don't know if I've ever seen the AI try to do a boarding, but the players will definitely occasionally try to do it. You send a boarding craft over to an enemy ship. If they manage to land, they will then try to take over the ship, and if you don't have any troops on your ship, they'll probably succeed, and then your ship will join the faction that captured you as an AI-controlled ship. Not exactly the nicest thing in the world to have happen to you. Alright, so we're in this system. We'll tap over here so we get our camera refocused. All right. So all this stuff in here is red. We don't hold anything in this area. This is the closest cluster. I don't want to jump directly to one of these planets because, as you can see, they got the interdiction rings around them. They'll just cut out my jump drive as soon as I get close, get within those rings. And also, they've probably got defenses on them, which means they'll shoot at me once I'm within range. And that being within range is probably pretty much within that interdiction field. So instead, I'll press Control and pick a point to jump to. All right, I have that point selected. Now we'll just press F, follow, the ship will auto-align itself, and jump. All right, there we go. Now we're outside that interdiction field, but I can kind of see what's going on here. I don't see any Kaluthi ships, although I'm pretty sure if I hang out here long enough, they will show up. The AI does not like you hanging around their planets. Alright. Alright, yeah, pretty quiet here. Alright, units 32, structures 32. That's an ocean planet. Alrighty. We get a look at what's on it, but I'd rather not get a shot at it right now. Okay, 32 structures, defenses 10, and a port. Okay, it's got 10 defense at 10 as well. That's got a defense of 11. Okay, okay. Might be a bit tricky to bomb those. And if they've all got defensive guns on them, that means they can have supporting fields of fire, considering how close they are to each. That's gonna be fun. Oh, why did my ship auto jump there? That's weird. Every now and then the game has like a little glitchy thingy that left wondering about. As you can see, planetary guns. The AI seems to put them on every. Yeah, I'm in an interdiction field. Okay, there we go. Wait, did that one have an interdiction field? Felt like I didn't think I saw it, but yes, it does. Again, AI typically put guns and interdiction fields on everything. Right. Ah, there we go. The Kaluthi did not like me hanging around. There's one ship. Ah. And beam puker. Alright, I should squeeze in that back quarter. And he cloaked. And we've got a big boy. Looking fantastic. Okay. You know what? Standing and fighting is not a good idea. I will demonstrate to you then what you can do. If you don't want to take time to plot a jump, you can hit Shift J and just do a blind jump. Although you might want to make sure you're aligned. Okay, you will jump out or come out of jump. Yeah, I'm not sure why I fell out of jump. I shouldn't have. Although the auto jump might pull you out at the edge of the system. Been a while since I did it. I could demonstrate. Those are probably has enough to jump to the system without using the gate, but I'm not gonna demonstrate that just yet. All right. We will... Ah, boy. Okay. Well, I was thinking we might do an invasion, but the Kaluthi seem to want to do an invasion too, so that's gonna get troublesome. And, Brood does not seem to like it. Again, carriers don't really hold weaponry, so why the Kaluthi pull them into point blank range, I will never know, but alright. Let us prep for an invasion. Oh, T500's playing with a station. I guess you'll get to see that here. But yeah, light cruiser, play for an hour or two, you'll probably be able to unlock the light cruiser. Good little ship. Alright, yes. That there is a ICC station. That's the command base. And I'm not sure what it's shooting at, but it is firing a lot of missiles. I don't think he fired at anything. I think he's just showing off. Alright. Alright, let us prepare. Open up the planet and try and find the shipyard. Unfortunately, shipyards are the same freaking color as the variance generators. We have to cycle through and try and find it. We will dock here. And we will pick up the... Okay, where is it? Industrial engineer. I don't think I can get the third one yet. No, I cannot. Okay. Well, that's right. It got badly damaged last time I used it. Alright. Well, while that repairs, we will pick up resources. And then we'll go set up a forward operating base in the enemy territory. Alrighty. Yes. Actually, you know, this is a good time since I need to get the resources anyway. We can demonstrate what setting up a planet kind of looks like. So, planets have limited build space, so this one's filled out. I can't really build anything unless I was to remove stuff. But as you can see, there's heavy infantry on the planet. And that's because there's a barracks someplace on this planet. Ah, here we go. There's a barracks. And the barracks lets you build infantry and heavy infantry. Heavy infantry, of course, being the better one, but obviously, you know, the more expensive. Let's see. UGTO defense base. And, well, it does its job. Sometimes there's no point in removing stuff that's already there if it's doing the job for you. Let's see, solar generators and variance generators, that type of stuff produce power. As you can see, this planet's got a excess amount of power of 62, got an excess amount of food of 10, and it's got plus 10 workers, but it's also maxed out, so it's not going to be using any more of those. But things like factories and mines and the power generators require workers. And the other buildings require workers. Well, obviously the power generators don't, but pretty much everything else requires power. And there's farms that will grow food for the populace who work on the planet. And there's different ways you can set up the planets. You have some planets that are like tech and industrial bases, some planets that are just outposts. This one, let's see. Habitat is 110, population 110. Let's see here. Research is 110, so technology is, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much maxed out. Production's only 1, but resources on the planet right now are pretty low. I'm not even sure if you could pull a dreadnought from this planet right now. You could subsidize that by mining and then sending the resources to the planet, and the planet can then use said resources, or people trying to spawn ships will then use the resources. Okay. Let's see. But over here, you'll see a bunch of different buildings. Some of these buildings are like lesser versions of the other ones. Bunker, defense base, and offense base. Defense base, yeah, that's kind of more of a point defense. Or no, the bunker's got heavy point defense. This one's supposed to be a hybrid, so it actually might shoot at ships. Or might shoot at ships and have lasers. Yeah, I think that's the case. Then you've got the offense base, which just shoots at ships. Then you got the level 2 versions of those. And you get your depot, which it's kind of like a warehouse for stuff, for supplies for the ships. And anti-sensor base, it kind of hides the stuff on the planet, so it's hard for bombing ships to see what they need to bomb. A sensor to break through the ECM, so ECCM. You got a shield generator, so to try and protect the planet from being bombarded. Let's see, you got the interdictor base. This is the thing that cuts out jump drives within a certain distance of the planet. Fusion generator, basic generator. You got a solar generator, again, kind of a basic generator. And then you get your quantum generator and your variance generator. Those generate way more power. Your research lab, and then a research subspace network and a cortex network nexus. Sorry, those are what generate the the technology for the planet. And the higher the technology, the more advanced ships you can spawn from. Then you got these mines. You have just a regular mine, a deep core mine, and a mantle extractor. And the mines produce resources for the planet. And then you've got a hydro farm, automated hydro farm, and a biosphere condenser. And these are the food production for the planet. They produce the food that the population or the workforce eats, obviously. And then you've got your colony hub. It's kind of like your governmental center, I guess you could say. Dome is the habitat for the people. Your barracks, of course, is what builds the troops that defend the planet. You can also, so the troops don't just defend the planet. You can load the troops onto transports, and you can take them to help capture planets or boarding actions against ships. You got the starport there. Allows ships to trade with the planet, so sending good mined resources down to the planet. That you got a factory, and the factory does the production, produces goods. And you've got the shipyard, which allows as a player to dock to the planet or or spawn a ship from the planet, that's what that allows you to do. All right. Alrighty, we're getting the cargo hold filled up. Once we hit 5,000 on that one, we'll go and start setting up a forward operating base. Five missiles are expensive. They're not fireworks. Taxpayer money at work, folks. I'm gonna use expensive anti-ship missiles as fireworks. I think those are missiles, or are those fighters? No, actually, I am wrong. Those are fighters. Okay. Those are the F-29s. My bad. Okay. Kind of exit the station like their missiles. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen the command base get pulled very often. Oops. Right. All right, let's go set up the forward operating base. Okay, well, I wasn't really paying attention. If I was going to do a wormhole, but... oh well, I already jumped. These little ships can recharge their jump drives pretty quickly, so it's not as big of a deal if you miss a wormhole with one of these. Dreadnought, that's going to take you a lot longer to charge up. Okay. Well, we probably want to do the invasion there, so we'll kind of set ourselves at a nice safe little distance from the... oh, come on. There we go. From the planets. Okay, and the chat is all going off. Some people will put it closer, some people will put it further away. I don't really have a solid opinion on that. It's just wherever I feel comfortable with. Alright, my signature is pretty low right now. It's good, because I really do not want to get a visit from the Kaluthi while I'm in this thing, because it will just melt like it's made out of tissue paper. Probably because it's aluminum foil. We're very close to being aluminum. Okay. Well, the first thing we'll set up while we're doing this is the recon platform, because I don't particularly want to get spotted. In the recon platform, it produces a ECM field, so very useful thing to have right away. And that will take about a minute 20 to build, and the resources for that are 2,500. As you can see, my little drones are working on the station, or platform, I guess. There we go. There's the ECM field, and as you can see, my signature drops to a -22. I am pretty much a hole in space right now. All right. Now the things that we'll need as we operate around here will be the supply platforms. Supply platforms, of course, refill your ammo and they help repair your armor. They unfortunately do not resupply bombs, so if you're doing a planetary bombing, you kind of have to go back to a planet, or I think supply ships can refill bombs. I cannot remember if they can resupply bombs or not, but the supply platforms do not seem to resupply bombs. Okay, what was the time on? Yeah, resupply platforms 40. So it takes a little time to get this set up, but of course, preparation is key to a successful operation. All right, let's get another one. And you want a bunch of these things. They're not just gonna pop either if somebody starts shooting at them. As you can see, they have very strong shielding on them. The ECM platform does not, though. It's just armor, so it's not going to regenerate that. Now, granted, these don't have any armor, but shields will regenerate over time. But these are not... won't necessarily stand up on a determined opponent trying to wipe them out. Alrighty. And to be honest, I don't know. Oh yeah, and as a player, you've got a limit of 30 platforms. I've apparently got 9. Actually, I'm not sure if that's a player limit or a system limit. There may already be platforms in the system. That one I'm unsure about. I think it might be a system limit, as in you can only have 30 platforms within a star system. Just due to performance issues, unfortunately. It would be funny if you could surround a planet in defense platforms. Have like a defense platform ring around a planet. It would be funny, but unfortunately, the game was like I've said in the last stream. The game came out in 2001. There are unfortunately limitations of such an old engine. All right. Okay, come on, come on. Build. I want at least one more. Be honest, with 3 different planets. Well, planet and 2 oversized moons? Not sure. I might need to build more than 4. Let's see. That's an ocean. Barren. Barren. I'm not sure if those are supposed to be moons or if it's just 3 planets all within a really tight orbit of each other. Not sure how feasible that is. Deilida is, or however you pronounce that, is definitely the one those are orbiting around. So I'm going to go with those are very large moons. I wonder what they do. I wonder what moons that big would do to the tides on an ocean, or the wave activity on an ocean planet. Might not exactly be the nicest place to live if it's too bad. All right, we've got 4. You know what? Let's Let's get a defense platform up. The Kaluthi seem to be liking the carriers right now, so we can keep the fighters away from our outpost. Might have put that at the wrong. I heard a little chime of something jumping around. That's friendly, but I don't see a Kaluth ship. But yeah, there was a little red blip of a Kaluth ship. He could have just been passing by. Sometimes a ship that's in FTL that passes by, you'll like hear the little chime of that something like enemies in the area, and then you'll see the little red diamond thing kind of zip past as it zips past you in FTL. All right, now I do not have enough for another defense or weapons group platform, so instead what we'll do is we'll do another supply platform. I'll give us 5 supply platforms, and then we'll head back, and we're going to need to bomb. So we'll get a bomber and see if we can crack the defenses of these planets. That, my friends, is kind of what a forward operating base looks like. I mean, you could throw in the other sensor, which is anti-stealth one. If you want to. Primarily, the stealth one and the supply platforms are the minimum of what you need. You could put up more defensive stations like the torpedo platform and the railgun platform if you wanted to. It'll just take more time and use up more resources. But for now, looks like a other outpost is being set up over there. Okay. So I'll have some options for this. Alrighty. Yeah, you can tell this is definitely getting into Kaluthi territory because the jump gate is a Kaluth jump gate, not a human jump gate. Alright. Well, back we go. And why is my jump lane showing red? That's not fantastic. I don't particularly want to crash into something, but I was pretty sure the star was out. Okay, there we go. Actually, I think probably what it was showing was I was going to jump the gate. Not be great. I don't think I would have crashed, but I don't think I've tried doing that. I wonder if you can go through a gate while in FTL. I haven't tried doing it. I'm sure somebody has at some point in history of this game, but I have not tried. Alright, let us see here. Not sure what my best bomber is I have access to. Alright, back in orbit. Find that shipyard. I really wish they would have made the shipyard a different color from the generators, but oh well. Right, now we're docked. Okay, let's see. What do we have for bombing? I do not think I have access to the bombing dreadnought. Not that I can actually pull it from this planet. No, I do not. So, I think one of the... I have a cruiser that's got the ability to bomb. Hey. I don't think any of the cruisers I have are able to do it. No, so I think I'm stuck using a destroyer. Okay, that's got 3. Oh, that's all the way over there. I could use the commando. It's got 2 plus missiles, but I might have to try and break point defense. So we'll take the dedicated bomber and hope that 3 is enough to do this. Okay. If anything shows up to chew on my butt, I'm gonna have to run though, because this thing is not able to. The destroyers are a fun ship. All I like the look of them. At least the ICC destroyers. Khaleesi ships are alien, Xeno, and not something I'm particularly fond of. I mean, they make a great enemy, but I wouldn't want to pilot one. I am quite happy to send them in, turn them into space dust, though. That's always fun. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Let's stay away from the other planets as much as possible, so we don't get nailed by their defense guns while I'm trying to get defense guns on this planet. Alright. Alright. I am too far away to see the stuff, so in we go. And oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't know how long I can stay in the weapons envelope of this planet, but we'll see what we can do. Down the well. Still not seeing anything. And of course, frickin' the loose ships are starting to show up, and my signature's 11. I'm essentially a beacon. Okay, come on, show me what's on the planet, please. Okay. Sensor base. I guess we can give that a shot. Let's see how the gun. I got a lot of freaking sensor bases. Oh, there's an anti-ship base, but I just moved out of its range. Come on. Oh, there's a Khaleesi ship. Nope. probably intercept my bombs. Great. Yeah, that's not great. Let's see what we can do before I have to jump up, get the hell out of here. Okay, come on, come on. Are those hitting? I'm not seeing any damage. Oh, there might be a shield on the planet. Alright, armor's taking hits, shields are taking hits. If that infantry doesn't die to a bomb landing on it, then I know there's definitely a shield on this planet. Ow! There I go. Well, that did not go fantastic. Okay. I think there is a shield on that planet, so this is gonna be difficult. Okay. Well, let's get the ship all fixed up. Yeah. Takes a little bit to get things fixed. ET Halo. Okay. Yep. And when you die, if you want to use the ship you died with, well, you're kind of stuck in orbit of the planet, waiting for the planet to fix you. Fun. I mean, I guess I could always go back to... I could always refit this thing with the proton siege missiles, keep myself out of range of that. Variant siege torpedoes. Neutron bombs. I don't know. Could try the siege missiles, but I'm not sure I can pop enough of them to... I mean, why not? This is not so much about me being the most efficient about this, but this is me demonstrating how this stuff works. So let's throw the siege missiles on and see if we can make them work. Do get a bunch of them, 66 per slot, so maybe it'll work. Oh, however, I do need to be able to see the target, and, well, I don't think I get anything to help with that too much. I can't swap the scanner out for anything else. Man, this ship does not get ECM or ECCM. Don't even get a auxiliary generator that it can swap out for anything else. Okay. Now, I could take a look and see... That's a possibility. Let's see if that commando has stuff for seeing on the planet a longer range than this one, because I pretty much have to get in to a range that using the missiles is not overly helpful. If I had like a scout ship scouting the planet, I could then do it, but I don't have a scout ship spotting for it. So let us take a look at the commando. What can we do with the commando? It's got a scanner. No ECM. Does not. Does not look like it can really do any better in the sensor department than the bomber. The bomber is more durable. Okay. Well, we'll try this with the bomber and see what we can. I suppose theoretically I could just hit points. Well, actually, no. Can I even see the points? I don't remember. I have to go go look and see. The joys of planetary invasion. Alright, back through we go. Well, let's see how well the siege missiles work. Suppose another option would be to hit the outer edge planet and then work my way in. That actually might be the smarter way than trying to hit the core planet. And maybe that's what we'll do. I'll swing over to the outer edge planet. Probably is a smarter move since I can get closer to that one. Without being in overlapping fields of fire. Alright, let's see if we can see anything. So far, no. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Still not seeing anything. Okay, at this point, the extra range of these siege missiles giving me is not overly helpful. For some reason, it auto-fired, and I don't know why it's doing. Alright, let's see if we can actually hurt that. No damage. I think they have a shield generator. Where would that be? Shield generator, shield generator. generator, anti-ship base. Come on. Damage while I'm looking for this thing. Sensor base. Again, I do not remember that thing auto-shooting before. That's weird. I don't really like it. That's not fantastic. Anti-ship base, solar generator. Oof, all my stuff is getting cooked equally on all sides. I can't even really... Predictor base. Ship base. Starport. Oh, okay, somebody's gonna come in with a scout. Okay. We'll get out of here. And we will go to the supply hub and try and... Ow. Wrong thing. Get that back shield boosted. That's not fantastic. When I get that field in the back to hold, I do not think I'm going to get out of this interdiction field before I get... Well, maybe. Come on. Come on. Hold together. Hold together just a little bit further. I'll shut this off so I'm not broadcasting my location. Alrighty. Okay, that was painful, and I still did not find the shield wherever that is located. Where did they hide it on there? So yeah, it is a lot harder to do this by yourself, but I might be getting some help with this. Looks like there was somebody talking in the chat about doing a scouting mission potentially. So that would be useful. We'll see. Otherwise, trying to crack a nut like this by yourself is very difficult unless you've got like some of the highest tier stuff. Alright, let's get this poor little beat up destroyer fixed. Taking away more punishment than it was ever intended. Yes. Into the loving embrace of the repair drones. And the Kaluthi are prowling around. They do not like me hanging out around. It's SRR, okay. Well, if that's a scout ship, I'm not seeing what it's showing off, at least not from here. Yeah, that is what it seems like. Weird. Should be working, shouldn't it? Although I have also been noticing that for some reason, when enemy ships are around a friendly planet, if I'm not myself there, I don't see it, which is weird. I should be able to see that. I should be able to see what a friendly's seeing. Okay. A lot of fighters. Resupply platforms resupplied the siege missiles. Interesting. Oh, I tried to resupply the bombs the other day. They didn't resupply those. Okay, well, good to know I can resupply siege missiles. Alright, well, we need to find... Oh, that's a bug. Interesting. Alright, we need to find the shield jet. Yeah, there will be bugs in this game, sadly, because it's, well, so freaking old. Alright. Back in we go. Let's see if we can pull this off. And there goes the jump drive. Come on, show me the stuff. And my missile's auto-fired again. I really wish I knew why it was doing it. Sort of point defense nailed. Oh, damage there. Okay, so maybe there isn't a shot. Well, in that case, let's get rid of this anti-ship base, because it is causing me a lot of pain. And I lost target. I should probably switch back to bombs since I can't get long-range targeting on this missile thing on the gun platforms anyway. Oh well, we'll stick around here as long as we can. That impact, did that impact or did it get intercepted? Little puking destroyer shooting at me with lasers. Not particularly happy about that. Come on. Now somebody tried to fire a torpedo at me. Ah, oh, that hurt. That hurt. And the Caluth not particularly like that I'm hanging around here. Okay. Well, I hurt that spot, but I didn't wipe it out. I think regular bombs would be better to carry right now. Can't seem to see the stuff at long range, so the missiles are really not that helpful. The bombs cycle faster, so we'll go back and get those. Alright, well, that was an interesting experiment. The missiles are fun, but for some reason I can't get long-range targeting data. So we'll just go get bombs and go do it the brute force way. When in doubt, brute force, I guess. Right. Line up with the planet. Okay. And back to Demart we go. Demart or Demart-et? Question. Paranormal. Pretty. You know, I probably picked one of the harder nuts to crack on an invasion. Could have picked. Probably could have picked something a little easier to demonstrate this, but oh well. We've started now. Bombing Dreadnought would be nice. But unfortunately, I don't have that unlocked. I should check and see what the requirements for that are. Or maybe consider getting upgrades for this thing. Can't remember. See if I could get some upgrades to help with my shields, maybe increase my defenses so I can stick around long. All right, let's see. What is the requirements for the bombing dreadnought? First rear admiral, which I got. Gold bomber. Okay, I just have not bombed a planet enough in order to unlock it. Okay, well, yes, good to know. I'm working on that here. Okay, let's see. What enhancements would help this ship out? Interesting. Oh, increase my defense, but it increases my defense, but it decreases my thrust by 6%. That's not great. Because as this ship, I need to get in and out. Okay, let's see. Okay. Um, I'll take this one. It increases my defense by 7%. Uh, Not a good idea. Huh. I don't think so. I feel like the red hot exhaust is the exact same as the blue. 6% velocity, turn. Okay, let's just go take a look. Yeah, that just changes the color. But it does give you some improvements, but I prefer blue. We'll take blue. I am slightly faster, turns slightly better. Let's see. Take that, and we'll take the weapons rack. Increase the amount of bombs we can have. Okay, how many upgrades can a destroyer have? I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. Okay, that, and that. Okay. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can only have 3. Okay. Increase how many bombs we can have. Let's upgrade on. We'll put that on. We'll dock again and we'll get that last one. Or bombing. Destroyer, I'm going to be putting it through way more than it should. I feel like it should be used for more lighter missions, not hard nuts like this, but hey. Alright, let's swap these out with the MIRV bombs. There we go. Yeah, that recharge time of 2.3 seconds. Get our ammo resupplied here. To get around the planet before we do the jump. Taking its time. I should be able to fly around the planet and still get my bombs. Get moving around the planet. Yeah, there we go. Nice deep blue thrusters. Or engines. Alright, come on. Pick it up. Okay, 49. Alright, well, let's go try this again. See if we can break that planet. First target, obviously, is the thing's trying to kill me, so defense bases. And they put a lot of them on that planet. It is not something that the Kaluth want me to get through. I almost wonder if that was a player setup planet and not an AI setup planet. Alright, let's see here. I don't want to jump in the zone. Okay, there we go. Jump plotted. And once more into the breach. Let's see how this goes. There's a little dink noise. Thing around here. No, here we go. Let's see if we can actually hurt. Well, we did hurt it last time, but let's see if we can actually kill one of these defense platforms. Or not a platform, sorry. It's a defense base. Okay, come on, show yourself. There we go, anti-ship base. Come on. Already repaired itself, good grief. Unfortunately, the bombs are kind of slow, but land. Oop, that was a mistake. I slowed down too much for that turn. Okay, damage. 13%, it looks like. Ah! Laser puker. Not fun, not fun, not fun. Okay, let's get this thing killed and get out of here. Okay, that's dead. Got it. Alright. Well, I could throw my lasers at him. Not that it'll actually do much, but... Actually, he's out of range of my lasers. Not much for that. Alright, let's try and pass by this one. Cycle the shields to that side. See if I can hit this base enough times to destroy it before I have to get out of here. Oh, looks like I've got a friend. I do not seem to be doing any damage. Did they get it? Oh, looks like they finally got it. Okay. Another defense base, another defense base. Sensor base, anti-ship base. Alright, my armor and shields are still holding for the moment. Oh, my signature's dropped really low. Must be that friend that's with me. Actually, I should probably slow down so I can stay in formation with me so I actually get advantages of the advantage of it. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Got it. Alright, the advantages of teamwork. You can actually have an ECM boat keep you protected. Anti-ship base. I've still got some bombs left. Alright, let's make a hole in space and go quiet. Anti-ship base. Galuthi sitting there is going to stop the bombs. Unless the ECM affects the bombs too. That's always a possibility. Let's see. Nah, no, that didn't work. Okay. Let's see how fast his regeneration is. Yeah, his point defense is way too good. Okay, we'll just go to the other side of the planet then. Okay. Well, I got 16 bombs left in the rack. Oh, there's an anti-ship base. I don't think his point defense will reach that. Up the shields on that side. Come on, come on. And there's a friend. Okay. Time to get out of here. I do not have enough shields and armor for this. Alright, alright. Yeah, I know, you don't like me here. Okay, I do not sure why it was auto-firing the bombs. I don't particularly like that. Ow. Alright, some of the gun platforms have been taken out. If that bomb hits, that might take out that sensor base. Not quite. 88. Alright, well, we took out, I think, two anti-ship installations. Huh. Why did the ship try to make it burn like that? Weird little glitch. Alright, let's go get fixed. Maybe resupply. We'll see. I think it's supposed to resupply my bombs, but it might be glitched. Oh, it's resupplying my bombs. Okay, so that day that it didn't resupply my bombs, it must have been a glitch. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, so the forward operating bases will resupply a bomber. I was wrong about that. I was going off of a bug in the game at the time. Okay, good to know that that's not affecting me anymore. Okay, bombs are refilled. Fields are coming back up. Armor, though, okay, well, we're getting up there. Ooh, this is going to take a little bit of time. But since I've actually got another player here, T500, who's in an ECM boat, if I coordinate with him properly, and probably stay hidden. Holy crap, signature's -23 with the ECM platform and that. Let's see, what is that? Sensor frigate. Okay, well, let's... Alright, everything's repaired and rearmed. Let's try this again. Not sure. He should be as fast as me, so if today's formation... Though, I don't know. A little tricky. We'll see how this goes. Might have to slow down. Let's see. I could probably just sublight my way over there instead of jumping. Alright, am I still... My signature's a -18, so I think I'm still getting an effect, even with him at just over 100 GUs out. We're gonna drop our speed to 20. Try and keep the formation a little tighter. Yes, teamwork makes this game a lot easier. You can play it by yourself, but it's definitely better to have a team doing it, even against the AI. Especially during planetary invasions, because they can be very tough nuts to crack. I kinda wish that it was possible to stage troops at like a forward operating base like we've got set up over there, so didn't have to take a transport all the way back to the planet to get troops when we do that phase. But oh well. Yay. I do not want to be in Zelidia, or however you pronounce that's weapons envelope. So we're gonna try and avoid that. And hopefully the Kaluthi ship that was hanging around has screwed off, because I don't want to have to deal with them. We'll bring it down to 10 GUs. Ship does not want to hold steady at 10 GUs. It's fluctuating between 9.8 and it's a weird little bounce. Come on. Interesting. Okay. Well, he's too far to be effective, so just kind of sneak in here. Ah! No, why is... What the... What was that? Why did it... There has been weird little glitches like that where the ship auto maneuvers or auto jumps. Well, no, that's the first time it's done an auto jump. What was that? I accidentally clicked... No, I didn't click off of something. Huh. Right click. Did I accidentally tap the left control and then right click at the same time? I wonder if I accidentally did that. That is a possibility. Alright, let's be careful about not hitting keys that we shouldn't hit. Alright, there's an anti-ship base right there, but the Caloos have got ships on this side of the planet, so we will just hit power. What? If you're gonna have to tell me more than just hit power. Oh, I see. Hit power plants. Okay. That's a good point. Take off all the power plants and the guns can't shoot, so that's a thing. Alright, well, there's a solar generator right there. And my bombs auto-fired again. I do not understand why they're doing that. Okay, don't know how many it's going to take to crack a generator. And they did it again. They auto-fired. I don't think the bombs are supposed to have an auto-firing feature. And they did it again. And the annoying thing about that auto-firing feature is it does not necessarily shoot at what I target. I've got to figure out what's going on with that. And the solar generators can take a lot of damage. Okay, that's been quite a few volleys, and it's just over 50%. It's not great for my supply of bombs on this run, but hey, we'll get it eventually. Probably a volley or two more should do it, I think. There we go. Generator's down. Right, let's go for this one. Ah! Pfft, they spawned a... Even the little transports or engineers get enough point defense to make a bombing destroyer's life unpleasant. Okay, he decided to get out of there, which is nice. Thank you, T5. It is so nice having an escort on these bombing runs. Man, older generators can really take a lot of hits. Okay. Alright. Come on, die. Okay, there it goes. That popped. I wonder if I've got enough to pop another one. Is this thing running purely on solar generator? You know what? I don't like that formation of troops. That formation of troops can go away. Man, there is a lot of troops on this planet. Okay. Go away. Oh, with T500's ECM, I can probably just park it. Just keep hitting this solar generator till it's gone. Getting a lot of pings of Lucy. Oh, that's a good point. The interdictor would be a good thing to hit. Let's see. There it is. Thank you for reminding me about that. That means is what's keeping us from jumping. Although with a total of 15 bombs and 3 tubes left, probably can't. Well, actually, it's taking a lot of damage. Okay. Alright, that's out. Okay. Surprisingly fragile. Alright, we'll go rearm. Alright, yes. And there, folks, is the value of having somebody in the humble, well, in this case, sensor frigate, but essentially a ECM boat. It might not be the most glorious ship that you can captain, but you can really help your team out with such a vessel. Very, very valuable. Never shame the ECM ship commanders. Okay. Because they will definitely keep your ass alive. All right. Interesting. It's not supplying my bombs anymore. I'm only at 32. I think I should be going up to what? What was it, 39 or something like that? Have I run the supply platforms empty already? I think so. I thought it was more than 32. Whatever. We're back up. Field's off. Why, does that help the ECM, or are you saying I'm not getting supplied because of this? So that's weird. Alright. Alright, let's finish this. Huh? Let's see. Okay. Let's get a little closer here. No. Slow down. And they've got a little engineer in orbit, probably trying to rebuild things. Yeah, he's building a solar generator. Oh, the auto-firing of that bomb. I really dislike that. Stop doing that. Wish I knew why it was doing that. But as far as I'm aware, there's not supposed to be an auto-firing mechanic for the bombs, but I think it's bugged. Seems that this spot, I'm just out of range of the point defense of that engineer. Okay. Build that generator. Kind of need to get rid of that engineer. He's going to make our bombing more kind of have any long-range guns, but I can go poke him with them. Actually, I can't stop shooting. Why can't I see him? That's weird. There he is. And he cloaked. And my ship keeps auto-firing bombs. I really dislike that. As I've said before, I was becoming a broken record, but okay, get out of here, you stupid little engineer. Click. I do not know what you mean by right-click T5. No, it just fires it. Okay. Alright, let's finish off this generator. Oh, hold on. It might... You mean by when I use the right click to focus my camera, fires the bombs? Well, that didn't work. No, that's not happening. I'm using the right click to look around. My bombs aren't firing. Ah, there it goes. Okay, okay. If the cursor turns... Oh, I see. So when that cursor turns to like a targeting indicator, if I right-click then it will... Okay. You can tell I do not bomb planets a lot. Come on, come on. Right, there we go. Oh, there's a troop concentration there. Let's get rid of that. Alright, I don't think this planet has... I think the best generation, power generation this planet has is solar generators. That's... Oops, did it again. Alright, let's get rid of this one. What's that down there? That's a fusion generator. I think, though, I just need to drop their power into the negative, and if the power drops into the negative, stuff can't operate. Oh, I got within the minimum firing range for the bombs. Okay. But I can't remember if that actually works like that or not, or if the system will auto-regulate and okay, it's negative power, so it can't run everything, but it will put the power to what it most needs at the time, which, if the planet's being attacked, is the guns. I don't think the system's that smart, but... Okay. Solar generators are very durable. I will give them that. They use up a lot of bombs. Oh, I kind of feel like hitting the defense the defense bases would probably be faster. Considering they don't have as many defense bases as they do generators. But on the other hand, once you capture the planet, you build your own generators and you get to use their defense bases. So there's that too. Let's see how durable fusion generates. Okay. The damage is not updating. Come on. Actually damage it. There we go. Might have been at the bad angle. It was impacting early before it actually impacted the generator. Because that is a thing. You have to be careful with the angle of your attack. You can impact the planet's terrain before the bombs actually reach the target, in which case they will just detonate on the planet and they will not actually hurt the thing you're shooting at. So that is a thing you have to take into consideration. Okay. Oops, got going a little fast there. I think that was a bad impact again. Come on. Pop it. There we go. Boom. Another fusion generator. Might have to actually get a little out, just so that the angle's not bad. I don't know if I've got enough to kill this one, but we'll see. We'll at least damage it before we have to go back. Okay. Nope, I'm out. Yeah, we only did about 60% damage, but providing nothing tries to fix it while we're rearming it. Okay. Well, let's rearm here. Looks like the AI are playing with each other. Alright, bombs resupplied. This is a nice slow and then film. Oops. Got there before he did. Ah, they see me. Come on, stop seeing me. Okay, there we go. I'm hidden again. Yay. Oops. Ah, I gotta stop doing that. Okay. At least I know why it's doing it now. Now I just have to remember not to right click when I try to move my camera while my cursor is on the planet. Let's get rid of those troop concentrations quick. And we will get rid of this. Let's see, is there like 2 generators? Looks like the bombs were at a bad angle to hit those troops. Okay, come on, come on. At this point in time, a Covenant cleansing beam would be really nice. Probably be a lot faster. Come on. $70, $80. Okay, that should kill it. It did not. Okay. Okay. Alright, I don't think solar generators do as much as the higher level generators, but the advantage of solar generators might be just be that they're tanky. Okay. There's a lot of power generation on this planet. Oop, 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 slow down. How are they seeing me? I should be hidden. Maybe I was going too fast there. Possibility. Come on. Non-glamorous work. Not quite as flashy as ship-to-ship battles, but hey, you got to defeat the enemy at some point. If you never take their planets, you'll never defeat them. Okay. Oh. The time I was sitting here watching my bombs hit the thing, the planet actually repaired that fusion generator by about 10%. Come on. Oh, that's why. An engineer. It's probably why that solar generator was back. I was pretty sure I'd gotten rid of all the solar generators on that side. Engineers. The bane of my existence right now. And for some reason, I can't see him. Huh. Oop. Little fast. Only got 5 bombs left, though. That won't be enough to take out a generator. Ah! Did that again. Stop doing that. Let's see. And there's a roach. Now I'm almost tempted to bring troops, since I think I've actually gotten pretty close to scrubbing all the infantry off this planet. The berserker up there, but must not have the power down enough to shut the guns off, though. Because every time I lose the stealth, they decide to start shooting at me. So, might mean that that's not good. That needs to go away. Come here, let me burn your face off. Come on, get in range of my lasers. Any little lasers. I am not sure that these things are actually doing it. well, I am pretty much out of bombs, so back we go to get more bombs. Oh, we're in the other planet's interdiction field. And I got going fast enough that they saw me. Oops. That again. I really have got to stop. Okay. Well, this is going to be... I am starting to think, though, it might be better just to take out the orbital or the defense bases rather than the generators, considering I think there's fewer defense bases than there is generators. And every single time an engineer shows up, the first thing they do is build a generator. Okay, let's get things supplied. Come on. Yeah, there seems to be a glitch with resupplying bombs, because it resupplied me with 11 bombs and stopped. Well, that's kind of annoying. Sources at 7%. I wonder if I fire off a bomb, if it fix that. And I can't shoot. Maybe I'll just shoot. There we go. No, it's not doing it. That's kind of annoying. Well, that's not fantastic. Okay. Not great. And it looks like I'm missing my my E-Wars. Although I think he might have taken the thing I mentioned and went to go get a supply of. Although considering the AI is hanging around out here, I should maybe... Oh! Well, let's get that troop concentration that's been built up again. I should maybe get a combat ship to make sure he actually survives and I can chase away the point defense, because out point defense will try to shoot the troop transports. And the bombs are not getting through anymore. And bomb racks are bingo. Oh, I see what you mean by your good T5. Oh, well, no, wait, no, that's not you. That's an AI. Never mind. Thought for a second you'd pulled up in a dreadnought carrying ground troops. Okay. Time to go get resupplied again. Hopefully they'll actually fill up my bomb racks this time. And then we'll try and get in there and take out that troop concentrations again. Wait, what? Oh, there was a little glitch in the game. I'm way outside planetary weapons range, but apparently it decided it wanted to chuck some more at me at the last second. Okay. And it only resupplied me with 10 bombs again. Not necessarily happy with that. Let's get rid of... there's ships on this side. I really dislike that. Probably means their point defense will stop me from getting that troop concentration. But I'll try all the same. Alright, that defense base is what I'm... Oop. Stop doing that. Okay, where is that? Is that defense base? Come on, where are you? Well, there's the troops on the planet, and they're engaging. Is that the other planet's defense station that's or defense bases that are shooting at me? Because I don't see the defense station or the defense bases in. That dreadnought might have had the bombs necessary to break them. I don't know though. Ah, okay, so it's the other planet that's shooting at me like I thought. Oh, wait. There it is, anti-ship base. Get away from me, you stupid Kaluth ship. I'll cycle the bombs fast enough to get through point defense. And they didn't. Okay. Okay. This is just so troublesome. I want to break that defense station, but its transport is hanging around and making that difficult. Yes, thank you for cloaking. Can't use your shield, the point defense while you're cloaked. Oh, there's another anti-ship base over there. There we go. That one's gone. Alright, we'll try to get bombs again. I don't think they had enough troops to stop our troops. So once I go back and take a look, we'll see if our troops have pretty much defeated their ground troops. And if so, then I'll go get a combat ship and just give them cover until they take the planet. Or I guess I could try and go and hit another planet while they're doing that, but how is my bombing route going? And the resupply platforms only gave me 3 bombs back. I might just go get a combat ship now then. Because I am not getting the bombs I need to continue doing this. Alright, let's see. Bombing, bombing, bombing. What are my bombing that you got? Bronze bombing. Silver bombing. I do not have gold yet, so still can't use that dreadnought. But given that I'm not getting my bombs resupplied right now, we'll go get a combat ship and we'll just We'll just kind of keep an eye on the planet and keep the AI away from it so the troops can capture it. Probably didn't need to spend as much time bombing the power supply or the power generators and the defense forts as I spent doing. Now that I think about it, probably could have just bombed the troop formations, the barracks, and dumped troops on the planet and done it that way. I'll have to consider that for the other planet. Alright, well, time for the more glorious work. Ship-to-ship combat as we protect the invasion. Alright. Find the shipyard. It is. There we go. We're docked. Okay, what do I bring out? Do I bring out the combat dread or do I bring out the combat dread? Go. Actually, hold on a second. No. We will. No, I didn't cancel it. Oh well. Okay, never mind. I was thinking I'd bring more troops, but did not get the jump canceled. Combat dreads, or just dreadnoughts in general, take so long to install. All right. Now the more glamorous part of this. We do the defense action to keep the troops from getting bombarded, and we'll keep the engineers away so they stop building things. And now we wait for the tachyon drive to charge, because it takes forever for that to charge. Hopefully you have all gotten an idea on how planetary invasions are done. They are not all this slow and this painful. I probably did not go about the most efficient way of doing it, now that I think about it. And also I decided to pick a very difficult target. Oh, I forgot about that. Actually, that was a mistake. I forgot. Because the defense guns are still there. They'll actually shoot at me. I forgot about that. Whoops. Well, our troops have definitely taken the, have definitely got the upper hand on the planet. Okay. That was rude, you little Ravager. Go away now. The problem is he's fast and maneuverable and can make my life difficult. And of course he went cloaked. Oh, another mechanic I should mention is that the slower you're moving, the faster you turn, and the faster you're moving, the slower you turn. Good thing to remember, and I'm going to eat that torpedo on the side. More torpedoes. But he's just pop. Alright. T5 came back in a siege transport. I think that gets a bomb. Those torpedo boats pack a punch. He got through my shields and damaged some of my armor. Not fun. Not fun. Ah, yes, it does get one. So he can smack that that defense station and get rid of that annoying. Although it looks like something's got point defense on that other side, so I should fly over there and smack it with the Gauss guns. Although I should probably put the shields up on the more engaged side. Okay. Front and right shield. Now, where is that annoying little point defense? Yep. Come on, show yourself. One nice thing about the Dreadnought is he's actually got enough shields he can kind of tank the planetary defense guns. And as you can see down here, the capture of the planet's at 13.2. Okay, that's interesting. He's got enough ECM that I can't actually see. We can do that instead. And as you can see, that impacted him. Although I'm now out of position for that marker. And goodbye. Alright, that ship that was orbiting the planet is dead. Although we got another one coming around there, I need to get into a firing angle of him. Oh, that's not great. My transport's got knocked out. Which means that defense station can't be removed. Okay. Nice liberal use of the pulse shield. And it's going to be tricky to outrange him because he's also using cannons. Oh, ow, 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 ow. That hurts, that hurts, that hurts a lot. I don't know how many more volleys of that I can take. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. That is not good. Okay. Time to disengage. Come on. Ouch. That hurt. That hurt a lot. Do not underestimate Caluth dreadnoughts. They like to bring in the carriers and use them in point-blank range, despite not having the weapons to use them in point-blank range. But you then can potentially get complacent, and then they'll show up with something that's a little bit more direct combat and just wreck your day. Ow. So yes, do not get complacent with Caluth dreadnoughts. Yes, they like to bring in stuff that doesn't quite work in a point-blank fight, but when they do bring stuff that works in a point-blank fight or point-blank range knife fight, it is not fun for you. Thankfully, the ICC has shields, so you can cycle the shields to the side that is getting beat up and buy yourself a little bit of time. Okay. Ow. My hull is going to take a while to fix. Actually, my armor and shields will probably come back up before my hull gets back to 100%. Taking this planet will be really nice because it would be nice to have a forward operating planetary base because they can repair things a lot faster. Okay, well, I'm going to go back into that fight before my hull gets to 100%. I'll just get the armor and the shields back up because I do not want to let that dreadnought sit there and reverse our capture too much. So, okay, there we go. Armor's back up, shields are back up, and we will get them. Okay, come on, you fat whale. Need to lay off on the. I don't know what an ICC ship would find as its favorite food. I don't think Cheetos quite fits the ICC. Maybe if it was a Star Destroyer, I could say Cheetos, but I don't think that works for. For the ICC. Or not Cheetos. If it was a Star Destroyer, that would be Doritos. Okay. Oh. There's a friendly little AI supply ship helping me out. That's nice. It can actually repair my hull damage while we're over here. And there's the planetary guns again. Did an engineer go and build another one? Because I feel like, because I had it down to like one base, and that feels like that might be two bases. I'm gonna be really annoyed if there's a. Ah, here's the little. And of course, he jumped in at point blank range too. Okay, come on, come on. Guns to bear, get the guns to bear. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, shield back up. The ICC reinforcing shields is a very important thing to remember. Drop that shield again. My shields are completely depleted on all rounds, so now I'm just down to armor. And that armor is gone. The ICC are not supposed to get into point blank range fights like this, but the Caloos definitely like to jump right on top of you. Okay, he's almost dead though. Come on, give me another volley. Got him. Okay. I'm gonna sit outside the planetary defense gun's range though and let that supply ship fix me. Okay. I want to get back within the capture range. Ow, you've got to be kidding me. That is not fun. At the very least, I outrange a laser shot. Come on. This is... Maybe I should not have pulled the dreadnought. I think I'm just attracting AI dreadnoughts. But like I said, at least since he's a laser dreadnought, I outrange him. Because I'm an ion cannon and heavy Gauss gun. But it looks like I lost my resupply ship, so that's not fun. Kinda needing him to patch me up. Right, come on. Come on, die, Xeno. Humans will be the dominant species in the galaxy. Come on. Oh. Why is there a wormhole there? Well, I don't think the Caloos will be projecting a wormhole. I have a suspicion I know what that wormhole is. Alright, there we go. Alright, as you can see, since I wasn't actually taking hits, my shields were actually coming back up during the fight. Ah, there we go. 500 has brought a line station. Well, that will wreck things. Ugh, transport, lovely. Alright, let's get back in there to try and get this capture finished. Alright, come on. Come on, Dreadnought. I know you're slow, but come on. Move your butt. Keep hearing the sounds of stuff jumping in. But I'm not really seeing it that much. I got a feeling they've probably got jammers on these planets. See, if you, excuse me, if you build up these planets properly, they can be an absolute nightmare to take. Granted, if you don't actively defend them, they will be... I mean, the AI will try to defend them, but it's... Obviously, if players were trying to defend these things, it'd be a lot more effective. And there we go with the planetary guns again. Buckle up the shields on the side it's lapping at. Okay, come on. Dreadnought does not have the best sensors. I cannot see what's on it. Other than our troops. I feel like we're missing some troops. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's an engineer that's in the ECM sitting on this side and Dragonfly protecting him. Alright. I'm more interested in getting rid of that engineer. Or transport, but I think it's an engineer. So we'll kind of ignore the others. I can't target him because of... Nope, there he goes. He left. They do not like getting shot at. Oh, there's another one, I think. Okay, come on. Okay, I've got to go. I am getting too shot up. 42% hull, and I'm starting to take... Oh, crap. That's not good. At all. I have got to get out of here. Starting to lose subsystems. Okay, come on, come on. Hold together just a little bit longer. Out of that jump. Come on, come on. Get out of the interdiction field. Alright, let's go get fixed. Ow. T5, if you're listening to the stream, I would say you probably need to get to the other side of the planet because, or at least be able to shoot something on the other side of the planet because they're parking engineers in orbit on the other side facing the ocean world. And they keep trying to build stuff. Okay. Let us see here. I get fixed. Oh, it's gonna take so long to get it fixed, considering how beat up it is. My poor Dreadnought. It's going through a lot right now. He has definitely seen better days. He or she. Typically you refer to ships as she. For some reason I'm referring to my ship, my Dreadnought, as a he. I don't know why. I usually refer to ships as she, but today, brain's not working right. Okay, come on. Get that armor fixed. The hull can get fixed later. I got other things I gotta do. Although I'm tempted to go back and get a bomber to get rid of that last defense platform. Or, nah, I keep saying platform. It's not a platform. These are platforms. A defense base. armor's back up. Okay. Well, they're bringing in more and more ships. It looked like our troop numbers were starting to dwindle. Not fantastic. Okay. Ah, great. That must have been a right click. I did not intend. Okay, one anti-ship base. Troops there, troops there, troops there. Our troops are in pretty good stead. Okay, that's fun for me. Man, the Kaluth really don't want to let us have this planet. Eat that. Which shield dropped? Wasn't that one? That was that one. Okay, well I don't care about that one right now. Yep, working on it. Okay. I can't remember. Can that station fix a ship, T5? If he mentions that. You guys are eating through my stuff. Eh, I didn't think so. Alright, well you can handle him. I gotta jump. Ow. Okay. This dreadnought is way too beat up to keep doing this. He's gonna have to go back. Pulls down to 16%. Okay, we're gonna have to take him back, and I'm gonna go get that bomber because that last defense platform. I really have got to stop saying that last defense bunker or installation is really making it a pain in the butt to get close to that planet and actually complete the capture. So it's gonna have to get dealt with. Ow, that's a lot of subsystems that are damaged. Well, not just subsystems, just straight up systems. Yeah, ICC ships. The shields helped them out, but they are not as tanky as the Kaluth, the UGTF. But I do feel like the shields means it's a slightly more forgiving because you can cycle the shields to sides if you remember to do it. Okay. It's annoying that I have to keep going to the other system to change out ships, but since we don't hold any planets in this system, there's nothing else I can do. I have to do. Okay, come on. Get through the gate. Oh, you know what? Since sublight is kind of pointless for getting to the planet I'm trying to get to. We will pretty much cut the sublight, and we will... Okay, come on. Focus on the right star system. We will just jump to the planet, and that way we'll be a lot closer to the planet when we... This is slower. Wait, did we take the planet, T5? You're saying to get a builder, but that wouldn't work unless we've actually taken the planet. Unless you want me to build more outposts. Oh, 96%. Okay. Troops are doing a good job then. Although I don't know how many resources that planet has. Sweet. Okay, we have a planet. That'll make the rest of the invasion efforts in that system a lot easier. Although with that one being so close to enemy planets, it's going to be interesting. Definitely would not be fun if you undock a ship on the wrong side of that planet, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. We will get an engineer. I guess we could just mine that planet as we're working on it and send the resources down if it's short on resources, so we'll do that. You'll all get to see how you set up a planet. Although hopefully if I'm doing something wrong, T5 will mention it in the chat because he's way more experienced in setting up planets than I am. Alright, let's get this thing docked. Okay, come on. Where's the shipyard? There it is. Put this thing to bed for the moment. Let it rest. I will have to pull it out to actually get it fixed. It doesn't get... When you dock a ship, it will stay damaged until you pull it out again and let the planet fix it. Which is sometimes annoying if you forget to do that, and then you're pulling it out because you really need to use it. And it's like, oh, it's damaged. So it's best not to put them away damaged, but sometimes you don't have much of a choice. Okay, where is industrial engine? All right. The right side of the planet or the wrong side of the planet? It's like the wrong side of the planet to make that jump. So I'm gonna get around it. Oh, that is in the way. Not want to jump through that planet, so we'll have to... Alright, we're just far enough away. Always pay attention. If you know I haven't set up planets, so kill ball doesn't mean much to me. I'll have to explain what a kill ball is. Are you suggesting I just fill it full of defense platform or platforms? I really got to stop saying that. I mean, if you want to, sure. Well, I'll build a couple things and then you can do the building, but I'll build a couple things so that the people watching can see how that works. And perhaps on another stream, I will demonstrate how to a little more in depth on how to do it. But this planet's probably... Oh wait, did I think I took the wrong gate? I took the wrong gate. Ah, that's annoying. But this planet is super important, being the first one, so we want to make sure it gets set up right. Yeah, I know. I took BD-43, and it isn't Gate 4, but BD-43 is the wrong gate, or the wrong Gate 4. That was dumb. All right. Well, technically that was Gate 2. I wanted this gate. Okay. Now the AI Kaluthi have been very active today, and a lot more troublesome than they often are. Okay. This is the right gate. I will give them credit for this. The DarkSpace jump gates are a little bit more or slightly more unique than what you typically see for FTL gates. Alright, so what does it look like we got going on here? Looks like it's down to 2 fusion generators. Sensor base, starport, factory, hydro farm, dome, another hydro farm. Probably another generator probably needs to get put on here, although the tech level's probably gone. Let's take a look at this. The worker shortage, a technology shortage, power is in the negative, food's in the negative. All right, that's gonna have to all get fixed. Okay. Those are showing red because there's a shortage. I can't update. Oh, no. Okay, well, there's not much point in that unless I get power up and running. So let's get some power up and running. There's a all right, we'll get a solar generator up and running. Let's see, what do we got for technology on the planet? Yeah, it's down to 20. Oh boy, okay. All right, we'll just get the planet functioning again, and then we'll let T5 turn it into his pill ball, and then once he's done at it, I don't know if it'll be on this stream because I'm not sure how long it'll take him to do it, but once it's turned into a kill ball, this stream or another stream will come back and take a look at it and kind of see what he means by a kill ball. Like I said, I have not spent a lot of time building balls, but T5 has, so that'll be a good learning experience to come back and take a look at it and see what a kill ball actually looks like. All right, there we go. Okay, power is back in the positive, just. So that's good. It's on a hydro farm. I don't want to use too many building slots for farms because we do have limited building slots. So we'll apparently we can update this one to the next one up. So we'll do that and see if that can get us. Although, actually, that might be using up too much. Well, it said only 2 power, so we'll see what happens. Get that to an automated hydro farm, and hopefully we'll be positive on the food, maybe? Wait, what? Why does it say we're capturing? We already own the planet. What are you talking about? What's going on here? What happened to that solar thing I built? It seems to have disappeared. The automated farm's there, but the solar power seems to have disappeared. Oh, it rebelled. Well, that's just great. Well, at least we got a bunch of troops on the planet, so I guess that's good. And it's capturing it again pretty quickly, so... You know what? While we're doing this, the planet is very short on resources, so we'll... Oops. We'll mine, and we'll, once we have the planet back again, we'll be able to send those resources down and use those. I think if this thing's actually got a starport, I might have to build a starport. Oh, there it is. Yep, starport. Good. We're good. We don't have to build one of those. Oh, rebels. You gotta be kidding me. What do you mean by rebels? Also, we're the ICC. We are the rebels. Sort of, at least. Rebels as far as the UGTO are concerned, but... Okay, come on, come on. Get the planet back. I know you didn't like that the conditions weren't great, but I was in the process of fixing that. Trying to get your power and food back. Is there a space battle going on over there? Yep, space battle going on. Great. Just stay away from me. Come on. 38. Come on, come on. Wormhole? No. Oh, that was... I wondered for a second why there was a fusion generator just floating in space, and that's because my camera was inside the planet. Okay. Yeah, definitely an older game. Clipping your camera into things is definitely... Yeah, I figured that wormhole was E5. Well, with the station in orbit, capturing the planet will go a lot faster. Thankfully, we are out of range of the ocean world's defense guns. Good. Otherwise, that would be unpleasant. XP-11s. Oh, that's one of the squadrons. I'm not. I don't use carriers that much, so. Okay, come on, planet. Yeah, this game often has a lot of activity that can keep you busy, but every now and then you've got aspects of the game where it's a little bit of hurry up and wait. But you know, welcome to a military simulator at that point. It's not a military simulator unless it or a military type. I guess it is. I mean, it is a sort of. It's a fictional military, but unless it has hurry up and wait. That's why Call of Duty is not a very realistic game. There's no hurry up and wait in that game. Although, now I think about it, there's not a whole lot of hurry up and wait in the Battlefield series either. Now, if you want a hurry up and wait simulator, that can be Arma, depending on how you play the thing. Although, depending on how you play Arma, they can also just turn into a tactical dress-up simulator too. Okay, 75%. I really wish DarkSpace 2 could have been a thing. It would have been interesting what could have been if the dev had been able to build this to a more modern standard. But I guess can't really complain about what you don't have. You can enjoy what you do have, and what we do have is DarkSpace. Just this one, which still, for a game that came out in 2001, this is a pretty solid build. I really can't complain. There are AAA games out there that are way worse than this thing. And the hilarious thing is considering how old and how roundabout this game was constructed. Way worse constructed games too that are made by larger developers. All right, there we go. 93%. 95. So yeah, I think the limit to buildings, I'm not sure if there's a limit, the limit on is the same to all planets or not, but I think this one's limited to 32. Well, could be that all planets are limited to 32 though, regardless of size, which is a little odd, but you'd think like little moons and stuff like that wouldn't have as much space as big planets, but hey. Alright, we've got the planet back. Doing that. And send the resources back to the planet. Because the planet's only got 12,000 right now, so it's not a lot. Shuttlecraft. Okay, there we go. That actually... I got unloaded there, but I don't think it really updated the resources that much. I thought it was supposed to. Again, you can see how little I actually mess around with planets, or have in the past messed around with planets. Alright, well, here we go. Get this thing, try to get this thing operating. Okay, got a massive negative in the power. We need to get... Now, the best we could do is a fusion generator, but we'll get another fusion. Food is positive, though, so that's good. Workers are not. Okay. Or if that's because we need more domes, or just because the power is the negatives, the domes aren't working. We'll see what happens once this fusion generator's done. Although you need workers to run the fusion generators. Okay. How many domes are on the planet? Oh. Solar generator. Cortex. Looks like we've got one dome. Okay. I think that fusion generator's done, but okay, is there already a colony hub of some kind on here? Try taking out the anti-ship bases and then rebuilding them later. Oh, let's do this to save some power and workforce. Let's remove the warrior arm. Okay. Two domes. Okay. Trying to see if there is sort of colony thing. It's not letting me build an ICC colony hub. Although, to be honest, I'm not 100% certain that that's absolutely necessary. But it looks like we've only got 2 domes on the planet right now. So, oh, it's got one? Why am I not seeing it in the list of stuff here? Oh, there it is. Okay, you're right. Okay. Let's get another dome up and running. Is it possible to turn off things that are using up too much power? That would probably be too easy. I'd like to shut off the anti-ship base. Oh, there is? Okay. Well, how do I do it? I don't see it as a... P500 said yes. I don't see a button. I see like a scrap. I can scrap things, but I don't see a way to shut them off. Or maybe if I... hold on a second. Yeah, well, you can turn it off, but I need to know how to turn it off, D5. Oh, wait, there we go. Pause production? Is that... Continue production. That's on a fusion generator. I need the fusion generators to be working. Cortez next work. Continue production. Okay, so I don't want them off. Oh, it's still negative on the power. Dorm. 3 dorms. Okay, whatever. Okay. So it looks like there's a toggle switch for on or off. Okay. Okay, I see. So... Okay, inactive. Good. Okay. Let us see. Yeah, the problem is that workforce shortage and a power shortage at the same time. Okay. Let's see, how do we... do that function. Pause the fusion generator. Oh wait, no, hold on, it was. Okay, that's inactive. Okay, let's get the sensor base inactive. The mine to inactive. Okay, we're actually producing more food than we need right now. Where's the other food? I'll leave the automated one running. Where's the other one? Man, I really wish this was like sorted by category. So much easier. On hydro farm. There we go. Pause that. Get one worker back. Problem is we're in the... okay, we got power. Okay, we're good with power. And we're in the hole with workers by 37. Okay. Now let's see how to get this planet fixed. All right. I wonder how many domes a planet actually needs. Habitat 50. Well, we got 3 domes. Do we need 4? Might need 4, maybe. Although I can't build another one. Can't build anything else. That's just great. Ah, that's because we're at 32. That's why. Okay. So we're gonna have to pick some things to get rid of. Power's in the positive by 33. If we got... oh wait, that fusion generator's inactive, so it's not even producing any power, so we'll get rid of that. That one's also inactive, so it's not producing anything. Get rid of that one. Put in another... I want to group all the domes up together and just group them. We'll put one down here. Oh, I can't. Oh, for the... is there a way to tell the AI miners to screw off? Because they're kind of screwing this up right now. Lock it. Okay. There we go. Wait. Yeah, I see it. I thought it was locked. Or does that mean it's... I mean, I would think when the symbol shows the locked thing, it would be locked. really trying to build a mine right now. Okay, so if it's unlocked, then it's locked. I really hate that. I wish people would. Wait. But T5, are you saying that when the symbol has a little lock showing it unlocked, it's locked? Or are you saying when it's showing it with the lock closed, it's locked? Okay, well, hopefully they'll stop doing that. So 1, 2, 3. There's 4 domes. Oh, okay. Try that. Okay. Interesting. Alright, now then, let's try. Power is in the negative. Why is power in the negative? Pause. Barracks needs to be paused. Fusion generator. Inactive. Okay, good. Colony hub. Solar generators functioning. Hydro farm. Pause, you stupid thing. Oh, I think the thing built the. There's 2 hydro farms. It was just a hydro farm and an auto hydro farm. So I think this thing built another. The AI built a hydro farm. That. Let's see. Okay. Just have enough. Power still negative again after the AI screwed that up. Alright, I've got to figure out what the AI messed up. Sensor base. Carport. Okay. Come on. Inactive. Dome. Okay, you know what? Oh, short on a workforce on that, but okay, fine. Depot. Hydro farm. That's multiple hydro farms. Oh, God. Where's the automated one? Did that one get... Okay. There was an automated hydro farm, but I'm actually not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, it's... Oh, right, there the food just dipped below. Okay, so we need to get... We're still short on power, and I haven't figured out what's... Oh, I can build another solar generator. So, actually, let's update the fusion. With solar. Let's see. Unless fusions are better. Hold on. Oh, no, fusions are actually better. Whoops, that was a mistake. They produce 30 for one worker. Boulders produce 21 for one worker. Whoops, that was a mistake. That one's active. That's interesting, the difference in... what was that? Okay, get that fusion generator. Okay, solar is not the best thing. Solar is just slightly more durable than a fusion generator. Although on the list of things, it goes from fusion to... Okay, so it's not a tier bit list based on the power it's producing. So there we go. Power is a little bit better now. Yay, I know there's a workers. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. Okay, how many domes do I need? Try and get another dome up. I'll probably have to turn... Okay, habitat 60, so it can hold 60 people. Oh. Okay, food and power are, well, holding. Power's positive, food's not in the negative list. Technically, workers are still in the negative, but... let's see. Like to switch that hydro farm to automated hydro farm, but I don't have enough technology, which means I'd need to turn back on one of the technology hubs. Workers 3. Research 30. The tech is still at 10. I wonder if that takes time to... unless the cartel of... Well, that might take time. Okay. And I should have learned building planets years ago. 1 power, 1 worker. We need more food. Okay, so that gives us 10 food. Still on the negative with the workers, but that's positive power and food. If we can get more workers, get this stuff working up, we can have 60. But we've only got, not sure if it's 30 or 46, something like that. Or is it we got 30, we need 46. Okay, now we got 34. Technology's up to 20, which means I can take this hydro farm, regular hydro farm, produces 10 food, automated produces 20. So if we're trying to keep things as low as possible, this hydro farm, update it to an automated hydro farm, and then we'll get rid of the inactive hydro farm. Although we'll activate it. We'll actually activate it long enough to keep the food positive while the other one. Looks like that one is done, and we'll take this one out. Okay. Alright. Food and power are positive, just not perfect on the workers. Looks like we lost one while that brief moment we had negative food. Okay. Technology's up to 2. I thought I had the planet locked. Something's trying to build a solar generator. Okay. Oh, it's you. Okay. Alright, well, I've got the planet functioning again, so I'll let you turn it into, I'll let T500 here turn it into a, into his kill ball. I did get the power and the food and the population. Well, the population's still a negative 1, but it was going in the right direction. Revolution again? Whatever. Ungrateful little assholes for... I'm fixing their planet and they rebel against me anyway. Okay, well, you guys can... are trying to. Alright, well, we'll take this back and park it. Alrighty, well, that, I guess, is a quick little dirty tutorial on building planets. Hopefully you learned something. I definitely kinda did. Alright. Get the engineer back to base. Ah ha 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 ha. Alright. Sting? Interesting that we've got players hopping around on the game. It's been a bit. Alright, there we go. Let's put the engineer to bed, and then I should probably get that dreadnought fixed before I forget about it and try to pull it during the try to pull it to go fight something right away, and then realize I'm gonna have to wait forever for it to get fixed and lose valuable time. Never fun to have that happen. Okay, where's the shipyard? Come on. There it is. Right. Come on, where's it? There it is. Alright, let's get that fixed. Alright, well, I've been streaming for a very long time, and I got other things I should do. Well, I've got things I need to get. So, it was fun streaming to you guys. Hopefully I'll have time to do it again at some point, and hopefully you enjoyed the stream. Well, everybody have a good day. If I can... Okay, there we go. Well, have a good day. See you next time.